Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be attempting to exorcise the demons in my Prusa MK2.5, as I'm fairly certain that it's haunted. I bought this printer as the Mark IIs a couple of years ago, and it was always my reliable workhorse printer until I upgraded it. The Mark IIs never failed to have amazing print quality as long as the filament was reasonably good enough. But for some reason, since I bought the Mark 2.5 upgrade kit and installed it, my Prusa's quality has taken a serious nosedive, changing my go-to printer into yet another painfully crappy project printer, albeit with a much higher price tag. The Pac-Man Ghost print you're seeing right now is before any troubleshooting or repairs. At this point, the printer is making some unusual noises and rattling in a couple of places, which obviously makes for pretty bad print quality in general. I noticed at this point that one of the Y-axis bearings had broken loose from the carriage. This is definitely my fault, since when I did the upgrade, I decided to switch from the metal U-bolts back to zip ties due to some unnecessary wear and tear that I thought the U-bolts were causing in the Y-axis. About a week into printing with the zip ties, I decided to switch back to the U-bolts because the print quality was terrible. The only problem was I had lost one of the U-bolts, so for the longest time I was printing with only 2 U-bolts and 1 zip tie, and it looks like the zip tie was broken. So here I replaced the broken zip tie with another U-bolt, check the tightness on the existing U-bolts, and make sure the rest of the frame's bolts are adequately tightened. I put the printer back together and it's on test number 2. You can tell by the time lapse here that I was pretty sure this was going to fix everything. One of the Ghost's points touching the bed did break loose in the start of the print, but this model is pretty small and not supported very well to make up for the small contact points on the bed, so I don't count that as anything other than user error. However, you can see that the Z-axis wobble has not really improved, and if anything, it's almost worse after the change. You might be thinking, maybe it's just bad filament, or maybe you weren't thinking that, but I at least wanted to rule that out as a possibility. So I took the same spool of filament and moved it over to my CR10 to print the same model with G-code from the same slicer. And these are the results. Still slightly flawed, you can see the start and stop points on each layer, but at least that insane Z-banding issue isn't really there. So one thing I noticed while filming the second test on the Prusa was that there was an odd sound coming from the X-axis that sounded a little like bad bearings. It sounds like the X-axis idler pulley might be going bad, so I want to try and replace that. Anyway, I have some of these toothed idler pulleys left over from an upgrade I did on my Monoprice Maker Select a long time ago, so I decided to replace the idler pulley in the X-axis. Not only did this fix the weird sound, but now the X-axis belt doesn't tilt in an odd direction when you move the X-axis side to side. Good news is, replacing the X-axis idler bearing seems to have gotten rid of the majority of Z-banding that was making this print look so awful. You can see compared to the last test, there is a noticeable improvement. It's not perfect by any means, but any improvement is good news in my opinion. And here's a comparison of the Ghost after the last fix to the print done on the CR10. It may not be obvious on camera, but in person it's pretty clear that the CR10 print is still considerably smoother in a lot of places. There are issues that still need to be worked out in the CR10 slicing profile, but I normally use Simplify 3D for that printer and get considerably better results for the most part. Anyway, that's enough troubleshooting for me for today. It's currently Halloween, and I guess I can't rule out the possibility that the demons infesting my Prusa aren't ready to give up their residence just yet. Seriously though, I think the next likely step is making sure the extruder gears are feeding and retracting the filament without slipping or skipping any steps. After that, if the print quality still hasn't improved, I'm not entirely sure what the next step is. I could try replacing parts that seem suspect, but that does get expensive and kind of annoying. In addition to this video, I have a small series of upgrades planned for my second CR10 that I intend to make videos for soon, so if that kind of thing interests you, or if this video has maybe helped you in any way, feel free to click the like or subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.